It's difficult to forget, even a year later, those 11 days last October when Belize stood on the brink. The Belize National Teachers Union made a brave yet desperate gamble, putting up people power against the might of the Dean Barrow administration and the United Democratic Party. Even having achieved a satisfactory victory, Evan Moshyde said he found it rough going trying to convince the B.N.T.U to record their moment for posterity. But he was personally convinced of the necessity for what became a documentary of the seminal event.
Anytime when people stand up, and whenever we had these processes where people show courage, maybe we could remember it and say, yeah, I remember then. But we don't have it archived in such a way that the next generation could be able to experience it, could hear it, and not somebody else to say what happened. So that like we would call the technical motivation. When the other aspect of the motivation is that we also want to do business because we have to survive. We have to pay bills. We're not going to no apology now that, you understand? Because when we could pay for we bill, mean when you have one next process of people power, you know who want them right there, we want them right there. And if the uno that we want them right there, we don't know.
He got their support, and the result was screened for an audience of approving teachers in green shirts at the Belize Biltmore Plaza this afternoon. But this is the B.N.T.U, after all, so they were not in a mood to make nice with a government they still feel does not take them or their sacrifices seriously. As President Elena Smith reminded, this strike is not yet over.
As we celebrate this tremendous milestone, we remind those in power that our strike continues to be on hold. Should the wrong button be pushed, this documentary launch can easily become the launching of phase 2 of our strike. We therefore advise those of you in authority, those of you who believe that you are gods, we advise you to tread our territory carefully, step lightly. Whenever you see a teacher, whenever you see a green shirt, please don't put your hands out. Turn the other way. Don't ask, how are you? Or what are you up to? You may hear the words that you don't like to hear. We are about to begin a new stage in our action. Don't ask the questions.
The usually unsentimental first Vice President and former President Luke Palacio admitted to a feeling of nostalgia. But like his colleague Smith, he issued a warning that the government disrespects the union at their peril.
This green revolution means that fertile soil exists in the B.N.T.U and will continue to paint this country green. As we embark on this journey, we continue to say that B.N.T.U shall not be moved. B.N.T.U shall not be intimidated. Those principals and those managers, because I could tell you this room would have been full to overflowing today, but those principals that intimidated some of our teachers, you are standing up for them and we are proud of you. And yes, if that concern is there, that the rumblings are happening, the rumblings will turn into earthquakes if we have to. This is because we are seeing that the government continues to be intransigent. Imagine the disrespect they have shown to B.N.T.U. We wrote to them last week, we wrote to the Prime Minister, asking him to give us an update on where we are with our 8 demands, so that if we could have given any word of praise, we would have given the word of praise. And where condemnation would have been due, we would have condemned as well. But you know what he did? He disrespected the Belize National Teachers Union, and we will not stand up. We will not sit down idly and take disrespect.
1 year later, they still shall not be moved. And Smith says their students are the reason why.
We have also heard while we were on strike, our ministers saying, and other people, they were quick to say that we were causing our children to lose out of lessons. We reiterate that our children were taught a most valuable lesson. By our actions, they were taught to fight for country no matter what the price. Ms. Carrillo, yes. Don't worry about the price. Worry about the prize. We were out. We were out for 11 days, but we gave our students more than time. We gave extra as we usually do. Plus, we gave them hope and courage. That could never be erased.
Aaron Humes reporting for News 5.